Hi, I'm Nick and this is the TbT channel. This video is a hastily brought together video about a drone. Now, before you click off, go, I don't care about drones, I only care about shooting. This is a drone that is going to be involved in a lot of shooting videos to come. It is otherworldly. It's a DJI Neo. Now, I've had drones in the past. They've always been big, expensive, clumsy things that crashed, broke, or flew away for no apparent reason. I've resisted getting another one for a long time, but I've got this. I've been testing it, and today I was outside this evening, 5 minutes ago. I was outside testing this. I was testing audio over the track, over recording it, blah, blah, blah. And I got hit by a bird of prey. Now, that's what I think. You can have a look at the footage and tell me yourself what you think, but I was flying along and then bang. Now with these, what you need to know is as soon as they get an impact, the recording stops. Okay, that's just the way they're designed. There's AI inside of this. The recording stops as soon as it hits anything. Now watch this video and it ends at exactly the moment I believe a bird hits it. There we go. Now we're going to fly with audio, which I've discovered I can do, which is nice. So I'm going to take myself up to, what we got there, 12 meters, 12 meters height, and that should mean I glide over the top of the power cables, maybe even power cables. There they are, look, down below us. That's good. So 12 meters up means I'm over that. What I'm trying to do is I can set my return to home height. So if I lose signal, it'll come home, but the first thing it does is go to a preset height before coming home. So you can see I'm still at 12 meters from where I left off, but I'm only actually physically a very short distance off the ground. So now I'm going to go up until I'm above the height of the trees, and I believe these trees are the highest point that I'm likely to encounter around here. So I'm at 4750 meters exactly, and I know I've got it set to 55, so I think I'm pretty safe. There's the village. It's a nice evening this evening. It's beginning of February. It's been about 17-18 degrees today. It's cooling off a bit now because there's absolutely no cloud, so the heat's disappearing fast. That's my dog whining. Let's see. Let's look down and see where we are. That's our neighbours with all these trees. That's our house. And then back towards the village. Now I'm currently 104 meters from home, so let's fly along and see what kind of range we get. Putting it into sports mode so it goes faster. Sports mode isn't particularly sporty with this setup. It's only 8 meters a second, which is about 20 miles an hour. You can get an FPV set for this with a different controller and goggles, and that unlocks manual mode, which it will then do 35 or so miles an hour, which is sufficient, I think. So we're now at 220, 240. Just stop there. That's 255 meters from home. I can still, barely, but I can still hear it. I can hear the dogs more, because they're wondering why I'm out here talking, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go up higher, because those trees are higher. There's my 55 meters, so I actually need to set it to higher than that, as if I was to lose signal here, it wouldn't get enough height to clear these trees. So really, I'm at 68. I think I need to change that to 75 meters just to be safe. I'm 263 meters away. So let's fly in this direction, see how far down the road towards the village I can get before things start to break up. Staying at 68 meters, now 290 meters from home. That's 300 meters exactly. Let's scroll down. So that's quite a decent range. Oh, wife's coming out. Let's zoom home. Stay above the road rather than the neighbours' houses, stop them from getting annoyed. In fact, I'll come over the field. You can see the tracks there from the deer in that field. There's always deer in this field. In fact, let's drop right down. Let's go through the trees. Those trees look like fun. What am I above? Okay, so I can carry on coming down without any fear of going into a tree. There we go. This is all very new. What you need to realise is, at the point I was making this film, that's not what I thought had happened, or realised what had happened. I didn't know why. It just went bump. So have a look and tell me what you think. One of the features of this, which was awesome, which allowed me to walk straight up to it, was the Find My Drone app. And I just walked directly to it, and there it was in front of me. As I think I mentioned on the video, a bird of prey. I think it was a buzzard. It could have been a marsh harrier, but it looked too big. I think it was a buzzard, flew away from the drone. If I hadn't been able to find it in tall grass, bushes, whatever, there was a button I could have pressed to make the lights flash and to make it make beeping noises and stuff like that, but it led me straight to it, and that was great. So continuing on with it from there. Now, I got knocked out the sky, and it stops recording as soon as you get knocked out the sky. But it was found here. I'm about 10 foot from the nearest tree. It's got a Find My Drone app, which brought me straight to it, and if I'd have needed it, I could make it beep and flash and all sorts. Didn't need it, found it. But there was a bloody great bird of prey next to it. Now, see if I can tilt the camera up, because obviously it's on a gimbal, so it only wants to look level. But see if I can turn the camera up here. You see, I didn't hit any of them. I'm too far from them. So I'm thinking maybe the bird jumped on it from one of these trees. I'm going to have to look back at the footage and find out. But it will be exciting if it did. We're going to try that again. I'm not sure what happened. I do suspect a bird of prey knocked it out of the sky, which is exciting, but I won't be able to tell until I look back. I mean, it's unlikely, but I won't be able to tell until I actually look back on the footage. So I'm just going to fly over here now. I've reset my return to home height to be 75 meters. But I see there's an awful lot of processionary caterpillar nests in these trees, so I'm going to come in and have a closer look. Now, processionary caterpillars, if you don't have them where you are, They are processionary, as the name kind of suggests. They march across your garden in rows. But the trouble is, dogs investigate them, and their spines are actually very dangerous, and dogs can die from infections from it. That's one there, look. Not nice. Now if we fly along here, you can see over to the left, another one there, another one further on, another one below that. The best way to control them is with fire. We actually use a flame torch, the ones we use for the weeds, use that to control them. Now the house you can see directly in front of us there, that's actually in the Dordogne. So we're in the Charente, we live in the Charente over here where it's sunny and warm and lovely, and over there where it's dark and grim, that's the Dordogne, not very far away. So yeah, I'm 270 meters from home. So yeah, I'm about 300 odd meters from Dordogne. When the wind's in the right direction, you can smell the pot noodles. Now around this side of the hill is nice, but I have a feeling that if I go in there, down that side of the trees, the wood is going to interfere with the signal to such an extent that we won't actually have enough signal to make it home. I've got 4 minutes left on my timer. This has all been on the one battery. They're only little batteries because this is only a little drone. It's only got little batteries, and they only last about 15 minutes. Actually, I've got a return to home sensor come on, which I've cancelled because I don't need to, because I'm already heading for home as fast as my little propellers will carry me. I've still got 351 left, 30% battery, but when it drops down to a certain amount, it wants you to return home, and it brings it up on the screen. It's now saying again low level return to home, but it brings it up on a return to home thing, and if you don't want it to automatically return, you have to opt out, and that's what I did. So now I'm practically over the garden. I can hear the drone now already. I'm wearing my reading glasses so I can't see it, but I'm looking at the screen anyway. The trick is with this one is you watch the screen, not the drone. There he comes. And I'm going to reverse park. Oh, there it is, I see it. Gets to a certain distance above the ground, then starts beeping and does an automatic landing. This really is the easiest thing in the world to do, and I thoroughly recommend it. And that's it. Oh, that was just the flight this evening. Okay, I got this yesterday. I've charged up the batteries. I've flown it around the garden. This evening I thought, well, I'll just take it up and have a little fly around and look at the trees and see what I can see from up there, kind of thing. This, as I say, this is going to be in shooting videos. I'm going to be using this where I'm shooting at the range or in the garden. I've got some good shooting. I've got some brilliant homemade target videos coming up. You're going to like those. You are going to like those. But I'm going to be using this because I can talk to you, then I can zoom this down to the target. This will just sit on point and video the target, and I can still talk to it through my control apparatus. And you can watch the targets explode. So this is a shooting related, yet drone and toy related video. I would like to say thank you to Matthew Woodall. Now, if you're in the UK and on Facebook, you will have seen him. He's one of my friends on Facebook. He's one of my customers, a TbT customer, but he also has a brilliant channel called Come Fly With Me. Now, I'm going to try and put a link to his channel down below. I've been scared of getting a drone for a long time. He said, get one of these. He was absolutely right. This flies itself, you just direct it, but it's going to do FPV in the future and all kinds of different things like that. But check that channel out if you're interested in flying cameras. This tiny little, very cheap DJI is phenomenal, and I will be going into more depth at that in the future. I just wanted to get this out there and say, no, I've just been hit by a buzzard. Thank you. Hit notifications, like, subscribe, jelly donuts, whatever. I'll see you all again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.